introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down.
And the Saints 1st down.
To throw, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Saints.
Again, it's Breeze. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Saints 7, Ravens nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malcolm Brown in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now Jackson, flush to his right. He's Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
At the 20-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down and 4, Breeze. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
His pass caught at the 4.
Breeze.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Ravens nothing. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You look right there. Look right there. You. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Crunch time, defense. Mike 56. Mike 56. And we're pretty quiet. We're pretty quiet. Check. Hey. Watch the safety creep.
On third down, Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Defensively.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. As they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Breeze now on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Jared Cook, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to go up top again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere nowhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side?
Hey, can I get a what's good in the chat?
And open up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And to the 40-yard line, that's that's where the return stops. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Up third down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So that one will be accepted. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Breeze. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Back to throw, Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw is Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So no real weather issues, anything of that nature to speak of, but that's now 2 missed field goals here so far.
And not to use this as an excuse, but I will say it is a little bit different kicking outdoors than it is in a dome.
Sure.
You can fall in love with perfect footing, no breeze whatsoever. I doubt that had too big of an impact, but you never know.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, Kamara trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.